This is the case of Thomas Chan. 4 days after Christmas in 2015, Chan, a 19-year-old first-year student from Peterborough, Ontario, met up with some of his high school buddies at a local sports bar. They decided to pool their money together to buy a bag of magic mushrooms from a local dealer. Their plan was to go back to Chan's basement and enjoy the trip. But before we get started with today's case, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now back to the story. Chan and his friends had recently graduated from Lakefield College School and were known for being active and sporty. Chan was a star rugby player. Shrooms, as they called them, contained psilocybin, a natural hallucinogen that often results in a euphoric feeling and mild visual hallucinations. Once they were back at Chan's place, the boys relaxed and passed around the bag of dried mushrooms. They each ate a handful, struggling with the unpleasant taste and laughing about it. However, after about an hour, everyone except Thomas was feeling the effects. Thomas, being a larger guy, thought he needed to consume more to feel the same as the others. He grabbed another handful from the bag and swallowed it. By 2 a.m., it became evident to his friends that Thomas was having a terrible experience. As his buddies chuckled, Chan grew increasingly restless. Medical professionals later argued in court that this was due to the negative interaction between psilocybin and Chan's brain, which had previously been injured from rugby-related concussions earlier that year. These injuries had adversely affected his academic performance and ultimately led him to quit the sport. While some psilocybin users may encounter distressing hallucinations, anxiety, or paranoia while under the influence of shrooms, it typically subsides. However, Chan's experience was severe. According to his friends, he started to ramble and rave, speaking incoherently. He rushed upstairs and woke up his mother and stepfather. Despite their attempts to calm him down, they were unsuccessful. He then fled the house, running through the snow-covered streets barefoot and shirtless, towards his father's nearby home. His father, Dr. Andrew Chan, a well-respected local gastroenterologist, lived there with his new partner, Lynn Witteveen, who had previously worked as his assistant. Witteveen got out of bed upon hearing a commotion. She saw Dr. Chan and Thomas in the kitchen, with her partner holding his hands up as he yelled at Thomas. Chan proceeded to stab his father and then turned the knife on her, stabbing her in the chest. Witteveen managed to make it back to a bedroom and called 911 while Chan continued to stab her. She sustained multiple stab wounds during the attack and has since undergone 8 surgeries, including the removal of her right eye, sections of her bowels, hernia repair, and treatment for vocal cord paralysis. She also suffered wounds to her arm and chest, resulting in mobility issues. The following is the audio recording of Witteveen's 911 call.
911 fire police, fire ambulance. Hello? Hello? Hello?
I love you.
Hello?
Oh, I'm being stabbed, and it's at 1358 Haggis Road, and I love Thomas, and help us, please. It's okay.
Yeah, I can't hear you. What did you say happened there?
What?
What did you say happened at 13?
I'm being stabbed.
Okay, what's your name?
My name's Lynn, Thomas Chan, Andrew Chan.
Okay, you said you were stabbed?
Stabbed in the stomach, stabbed in the neck.
Okay, by who?
Right everywhere. Help, please, 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 please. 1358 Haggis Drive.
Okay, who else is there? Hello? Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
I just got a knife in my head.
Who has a knife to your head?
Oh, I'm dead.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, what's going on there?
I just got a knife stabbed in my head.
Okay. What's your name?
Oh, okay.
What's your name? Newer Drive, just north of Glenmore. Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
stop.
Hello?
What is going on?
Hello? Got a second call from a Christine Chan. She's advising this is her father's address. It's her father and her father's girlfriend that are inside. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Okay, all right, we've got police on the way, okay?
am.
They're coming, they're almost there.
Sorry.
Okay, they're coming. Can you keep talking, okay? Can you tell me who else is there with you?
When the police arrived at the doorstep, Chan's shouts could be heard from a distance. Subsequently, Chan dropped the knife he was holding and unlocked the door. Initially calm, Chan resisted arrest when the officers tried to apprehend him, screaming, "I am God. I will do it again." He also pleaded with the officers to kill him. Multiple officers struggled to restrain the teenager while his stepfather, who had followed them from home, watched in horror on the front lawn. The arresting officer later testified in court that the teenager seemed to possess super strength. Shortly after the incident, Chan was arrested and taken to the police station. The following footage shows Chan's arrival at the station.
You sit right here. Where? Right there. You sit right here. Did they give you the time? Yeah, 3:55. 3:55. You know which one it was? No. No? Okay. Here's the last one. So, Lisa, what you got, sir?
59.
Can I get your last name, please, sir?
Chan.
And your first name, please, sir?
Thomas.
Your middle initial, sir?
W.
Your date of birth, please, sir?
December 17th, 1996.
Your home address, please, sir?
2416 Denver Drive.
Phone number there, sir?
705
Mm-hmm.
772
Mm-hmm.
3661.
Have you had any alcohol or drugs at all today, sir?
Yeah, I drank a bit and took some mushrooms.
And which for murder arrest warrant?
Murder and attempted murder.
Sir, do you understand the reason for your arrest? Have you been told what you're under arrest for?
Yes.
Do you understand your right to counsel, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Could you answer yes or no for that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Do you understand your right to contact any lawyer you wish?
Yeah.
Do you understand your right to receive free legal advice from a legal aid lawyer?
Yeah.
Do you understand your right to remain silent, sir? Sir?
Pardon?
Do you understand your right to remain silent?
Yeah. Can I see lawyer?
Do you wish to contact a lawyer, sir?
Yes.
Do you have anybody specific in mind, sir?
Laura Blair.
Who?
Laura Blair.
Is she a lawyer? You have the right to contact a lawyer.
No, I don't know any lawyer.
Okay.
No.
So you contact Christopher advice.
Who's that?
Somebody else.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Sorry.
you have any injuries I need to be aware of? What's, well, maybe let me see.
He's got,
Yeah,
that's pretty good on
I'm just
the
gonna work all the way
Yeah.
around. So, cut.
And I don't know for certain because he was sitting down on his backside here, so.
Yeah.
Just gotta get some photographs of you, okay? Are you cut anywhere?
Right there, and we're only on the seat.
Back
That as well?
his right knee, and I don't know on the backside, lower back, I haven't been able to see there yet.
Okay, and be taking some pictures and some swabs of you, okay? I need you to understand that you're not obligated to say anything that you've said to anybody else. You don't have to tell me. Anything that you tell me, I can tell the judge. Are we clear? Okay?
Is it on the right shoulder?
Yeah. Kinda like on the.
Just look right up over my
on the
shoulder,
blade
okay?
there.
Later, he exercised his right to speak with a lawyer and was then taken to an interrogation room for questioning. The interrogation begins with the interviewer acknowledging that Chan had previously consulted with an attorney and affirming his right to remain silent. When asked basic questions about his background, Chan mostly refuses to answer and instead repeats the statement, "I do not wish to answer." Around 12 minutes into the interview, Chan confesses that he and a group of friends were hanging out when they decided to experiment with a hallucinogenic drug. He then describes what occurred when he arrived at his father's house. Chan explains that he entered his father's home through a window since the front door was locked. He further states that the psilocybin caused him to experience hallucinations in which his family appeared to have demonic features. When asked if he intended to harm his father and stepmother, Chan is unable to provide a definitive yes or no answer. Chan's defense team argued that his history of concussions, depression, and substance abuse, combined with the hallucinogenic effects of the mushroom, put him in a psychotic state. They claimed that this state made him unable to understand the consequences of his actions. However, there was no evidence of violence or addiction in Chan's past and no clear motive for his crime. Chan admitted to getting high and committing the heinous acts of killing his father and blinding his father's partner. The irreversible damage caused by his actions was undeniable. The case was unusual, as psilocybin-induced violence is extremely rare. During subsequent hearings, Chan pleaded not guilty, and his family desperately hoped to avoid seeing him imprisoned. The prosecution compared Chan to an impaired driver who must be held accountable for their actions. They acknowledged that Chan was likely in a psychotic state during the attack, but emphasized that he willingly put himself in that position. Justice Boswell, the presiding judge in Chan's case, had to determine whether Chan suffered from a mental disorder at the time of the crime and if it rendered him incapable of understanding the nature and consequences. In December 2018, Chan was convicted of manslaughter and aggravated assault in an Ontario Superior Court. The judge sentenced him to 5 years in prison for the drug-induced attack. Judge Boswell in his ruling stated that it was evident that Chan was experiencing a severe break from reality when he committed the offenses. The defense argued that Chan's actions were a result of a mental disease caused by a combination of a traumatic brain injury and magic mushrooms. However, the prosecution team believed that the sole responsibility lay with the magic mushrooms. Chan's lawyers filed an appeal contesting the verdict. They claimed that Justice Carrie Boswell had made a legal error by disregarding previous decisions on the constitutionality of Section 33.1 of the Criminal Code, which stated that extreme intoxication was not a defense for committing a crime. Chan's lawyer had previously challenged the law's constitutionality before the trial and in a subsequent unsuccessful appeal. During the appeal, Chan granted interviews to media outlets where he discussed the hours he spent in a jail cell, describing them as the darkest moments of his life. As the effects of psilocybin wore off, he felt a return to sanity, but also a horrifying realization of his actions. He remembered everything that occurred, but could not explain his violent behavior. Despite having no prior history of mental illness, Chan concluded that he must be mentally unstable, possibly suffering from undiagnosed schizophrenia or outright psychosis. Above all, he felt an overwhelming desire to end his life. Chan's case eventually reached the Supreme Court, where they unanimously ruled in 2022 that Section 33.1 of the Criminal Code violated charter freedoms and was unconstitutional, with no justifiable reason in a free and democratic society. The ruling concluded that defendants could indeed use extreme intoxication as defense. With the Supreme Court's new ruling on Section 33.1, Chan's lawyers argued that Chan's conviction should be overturned and replaced with a verdict of acquittal, or alternatively, that Chan should be found not criminally responsible due to a mental disorder, or further alternatively, that the conviction should be overturned and a new trial ordered. Due to the Supreme Court ruling, Chan was acquitted of the original crimes and prosecutors were given the opportunity to retry Chan. The prosecution decided not to retry Thomas Chan for the murder of his father and aggravated assault of his stepmother. Today, Chan is a free man. As of late 2022, he is pursuing a degree in philosophy at Trent University. This concludes today's video. If you want to see more content like this video on my channel, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.